Hello there, people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. My life has been a pattern for as long as I can remember of people telling me what to do a lot. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's because I tend to have friends around me that are a little bit older than me, or if I tend to kind of have that personality where I, to be honest, just kind of take the lower hand. Not to say that to make myself sound like, oh, I'm humble and I'm great, but it's more like I have been insecure and I haven't trusted my own decisions and my own ability to think for myself a lot of times in my past, growing up, in high school, a year ago, a month ago, yesterday. Like, honestly, people see that, and there's a lot of types of people that will, at least have taken advantage of that. And sometimes I don't think it's in a way that like is meant to hurt me, or they like, a lot of the times probably are just trying to love me and don't know how, but people tell me what to do a lot. And because of that, I think I've learned to not trust my own decisions. But you guys, I ran into an old friend the other day that I hadn't seen in a while, and we were catching up and talking about kind of where we were at. And this was a friend that was really similar to me. And we kind of went through a lot of the same things. And one thing that this friend told me was that a big lesson that she was learning was that sometimes you just have to not care what people think and do what you know is right. And I know that that's really simple, and I know that that's not this big new idea, but it hit me really hard because I think I make decisions just like a lot of people probably do based on what people are gonna think. But for me specifically, I like to ask for everyone's advice. I take their advice, and it's easier for me to do that sometimes because it takes the responsibility out of my hands and puts it on them to make decisions for me. And whether or not I know something's right or wrong, I don't want to make a judgment on that. I want to go to someone else who I think might know better, get their opinion, get their approval or their disapproval, and then go with that, because it kind of takes the responsibility away from me to make my own decisions. And it's smart to get people's advice. It's smart to go to people who maybe have lived more life than you. A lot of the time in my life, it has resulted in me not trusting myself, because to be really honest with you guys, I don't trust myself a lot of the time. I don't trust decisions that I make. I don't know if it's because I know that I've made bad decisions in situations in the past, or if it's because I just have a history of being a little bit insecure, which we all do. So I've been getting really sick of people telling me what to do. I have these few amazing friends that unfortunately do not live in the same state as me, but they're people that when I bring stuff to them, it's really different because they don't tell me what to do. They hear me out and they let me process, and then they just encourage me that I hear Jesus' voice too, and that I make good decisions, and that I know the outcomes and the this and the that, but I can make my own decisions. Because guys, I haven't always had friends like that, and I think I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm sick of it. And I do hear Jesus, and I do make good decisions, and I need to start doing that and stepping up and owning my own life and owning my own story and stepping out from like the little sister role. Because since I was little, I am a little sister, as most of you know, but I don't have to make that my identity. I don't have to be everybody's little sister and let everybody tell me what to do. I don't know. I think I'm ready to start making my own decisions. When I let these other people make my decisions for me, I'm like putting them up on pedestals, and I'm letting them be God in my life versus God be God in my life. And their voices become louder than God's. And that's when it's bad. When I have so many voices in my head and I'm trying to do what'll make this person happy over here, or what'll make this person happy over there. And it's all based on fear. It's all based on fear of people not liking me or people not approving of me, and it's wrong. And so when I'm making these voices more authoritative, if that's the right word, or more louder in my head, then I'm taking away my ability to have God's voice be the loudest in my head, because I hear Jesus just as much as the next person. I need to start listening more to Him versus trying to make the decision that's going to make everyone else happy. Because the truth of it is, whether I make a decision that makes this person happy, I'm going to upset someone over here. But if I make a decision that I think is true, it's still going to upset someone somewhere else. That's life, okay? I've been told in the past that my age, like I'm only 22, and I know that that's young. But you know what? I don't think that that matters. I think I still make good decisions. Yes, we should still have leaders in our lives. I don't think that's wrong. But we should not let those leaders' voices be the loudest voices in our heads. At the end of the day, the center of our world should be grace, love, redemption, peace, truth, without grace and love and redemption and truth, we wouldn't be here. I want those to be what guide my decisions. That's Jesus, and that's life, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're okay. And yeah, okay. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for caring about what I have to say. If you want to get more involved in what I'm doing, then click the link on the side of the screen of my Patreon page. There's also a link in the description box below. Also, I'm writing a book, and it's a memoir of my life, and I am so proud of it. So if you want to be able to preview that book at the first 3 pages for free right now, that can also be found on my Patreon page. So go click those links to support me, get more involved in what I'm doing, etc. I love you. I hope you're having a great week. Eat 15 cookies every day. That's my advice to you. Okay, love you. See you next time.